Welcome, Leo, to your love reading for January 7th to the 13th of 2019. So I'm going to try to get through the reading with my voice not going away. It's been trying to go out. I've done 4 other readings so far, so let's see what's going on with the Leo and love for this week. See, January 7th to the 13th. So recent past, what's been going on with you? Recent past. So suspension, kind of waiting to see what you actually want to do. Sometimes this is, taking the spiritual approach, trying to breathe and reconcile your own differences that you have with your own mind and what you actually want to do. So you may have been dealing with a Pisces for some, clarify the hangman. So just kind of waiting in solitude at times. Then you got the Chariot, so I feel like this is the energy of kind of stop and go. You don't want to start, but can't really do what I want to do. So maybe you put your foot on the gas pedal and then put a brake, put on the brakes and then kind of went in a different direction, kind of maybe explore something going on the trip, but getting away from maybe the intensity in your love life or making a decision in some way. That's what I feel. All right. Some of you might be riding around with somebody or going to see someone. You go see that person, but then it's like you go back home and now what? Are we together? Are we going to date? Are we going to get to know each other? What's going on? So that kind of thing. Some of you might even be waiting to hear some news from somebody. Maybe may have been waiting. So what might be the person that you're dealing with? What might he be bringing towards you this week for Leo? So that person, this is coming out a lot. 4 cups in reverse, and that person seems to be when it's like a misfire. Sometimes they play a little bit too much. Sometimes they may have been trying to come towards you, but then they didn't, and then now you're doing something else, and now they're kind of knocking at the door again, but you're not there. Might be somewhere else. So let's see, clip out of 4 cups in reverse. That might be an issue with that person, kind of doing different things, and you may have been dealing with a Cancer. So this is a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, and it seems like that person, they're not in a. That person may have been dealing with another or water sign as well. I want to clarify that person, but they may have been, that could be the person that you're dealing with, or they may have been focused on that person, which is when they're giving that person their attention, you don't have theirs. So that might be an issue. Clarify the King of Cups. Yeah, something has been on their mind, and if you've been dealing with that person, even a Virgo for some, they've been really heavily thinking about someone that they've been dealing with, and that they're caught up in their emotions about that person, which could have kind of severed a tie with you and them, or caused an obstacle in some way. That's what I sense. So there may be an issue with them coming towards you because someone else is on their mind, or something else is on that person's mind. If you're dealing with someone, so what might be your response for the? So it's almost like you wanna move out, or you just don't want to be bothered around the home front or with somebody. This is like I really don't want commitment because I don't have the home that I really want. We're not really communicating all that well, so you might be moving out from someone. And even if you are in a certain place, there's a it's just not structured right. All right. Let's see what might be so let's clarify the 4 of Wands in reverse. Let's see. Yeah, there might be an issue of when the 2 of Cups is showing up. That means that we have to kind of be stronger, grow towards something that we actually really desire. And if this is not the connection that's really working out for you, even though you've tried and tried, when you're around each other or in the midst of that person and the vibration is just off, or the vibration between both of you is very unhealthy, it's not at its peak, that might be an issue, and it's not there just yet. So the home environment may be working towards that to get it together so that you two can be together, or moving out because spiritually it may be very tough. All right. Anytime you two have gotten close to one another, it doesn't seem to be something that's really good. So what might they be feeling for you? What might your love interest be feeling for you, Leo? Moon, anxiety. Either they feel like that you're not being honest with them, or they're keeping secrets from you. Clarify the Moon. Yeah, they might even feel like I'll get 2 things from this. They feel like you're also taking care of or consoling another person, or kind of getting close to another person, and they also feel maybe that you feel that they're doing this as well. That's what I sense. Like, I mean, like, you know that they're up to something else with another person, and that makes them a bit fearful and untrusting towards you, because you might want to expose it or bring the topic up for some. Clarify the moon again for how they might be feeling for you. Whoa. Yeah. Knight of Wands is showing up. One popped out my hand, and that's the energy of being around someone or close to someone, maybe sexually in this way, as I see it right here. You know, driving back and forth to see them, but never really staying. Getting close and maybe having small talk, and then not really making something develop between both of you. I feel like that might be an issue. And maybe even secrets around something sexual, you know, different things like that they might be hiding. All right, and they feel like you might be hiding those things as well. So what might they be wanting from you this week, whoever it might be? So you have another Leo, Aries, or Sag. What might they be wanting from you, Leo? Maybe wanting you to work, maybe wanting money from you in some way, with the Ace of Pentacles showing up. Sometimes you might feel like you're dealing with a gold digger, or somebody that's just in it for the money, because it's not an emotional connection right now. It's not what I see. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles, what they want from you for Leo. Yeah, they might be stressed about it. You're going to figure them out. Are you going to be able to take care of them? That's what they might want you to do. Are you going to be able to provide and help out with the connection? That's how it should be. You know, we can take care of people if we have it to do so. But eventually, maybe the partner, if you have a sit-at-home wife or boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, they want getting bored, they want doing something else, you know, floating off. So it's always good to kind of have at least doing something, you know, helping out, because you don't want a codependent connection. That's not how you want it to be, I feel. So for some of you, in a positive way, they just want you to get back on your feet or do things, you know, for you to help yourself out in some way. But the other person might be focused on be careful that they're not trying to take advantage, because if you want this person so much, or you want things to work out, they telling you little things in your ear, and you're making changes for them, but you know, and they're not doing anything, you know. So what is the advice for Leo? Nine of Wands. This in it, watch it. All right, just be aware. Don't want you to be afraid or anything like that. But when this is coming up, this like you're stepping away from someone. That's why the Hangman is a major arcana that was showing up in the Chariot. It's like you want to walk away or do something, get closer to someone, but you don't want to get too close, because you know something is not right. Or when you get close, it's not right. Or you can't get close. That ain't right. So with the nine of Wands is showing up there, I feel like that might be an issue with that, whoever you might be dealing with. And then you got the Ten of Cups, which is some of you are in a happy relationship. You might be, well, I can't say happy because there's some issues there. A family environment might be very good for you. The family, your tribe, you know, Leo, the lion, you know, whoever you might want to be around. But there's an issue if that person is watch your boundaries. All right, make sure they're not crossing the line, and crossing the line by not being honest. So that's focusing on your happiness. So let's see, what is the outcome for Leo? Yeah, a lack of communication between you and that person. All right, traveling or whatever. I feel like that person could block you, or you might block them from expressing whatever it might be. And I feel like it's because you feel like you might need to. Whoever this is might be up to no good right now, so be careful. All right, so messages for Leo for the 7th to the 13th. Soulmate, yes, this is your soulmate, and with the soulmate connection can come some beautiful things, can come from it. But deep down with this so far that I see is that you can learn a lot about you and a lot about what you've gone through, what this person has put you through, and what you tolerate or accept. And what you don't accept is the other person. Sometimes they might not bend, sometimes they might not yield to what you actually want, but that's going to help the other person know that you can't constantly do things that is not, you know, right. You know, right and wrong is, you know, it depends on who it might be, but you know, it's your feeling of what you feel in a love relationship. All right, so messages for, let's see, Leo for the 7th to the 18th, 7th to the 13th. Then playfulness, it says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. If you're trying to capture this person, if you feel like you want to give them your attention, or if you feel like for some of you, this is the instance where you've been focused on another person so much and you haven't really moved on from them, and another person has been thinking about you, and they might feel like they need to leave because you're not giving them undivided attention. Well, not undivided, it's going to be divided, but your attention. All right. But I do feel like, having fun, enjoying yourself, and disconnecting from someone that you feel, that is not being honest. Someone is not being sincere. So that's going to be a reading for the week. I hope the messages helped out. Lots of love, lots of light to you, tons of feeling vibes. I wish you the best. And you can always go to psychicloveheals.com to schedule something for you. So have a good one.